Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and today I'd like to bring you a guide for the extra hard Gallonbaloir Acana battle. This one in chapter 6, the extra section, and recommended power is 200,000, which is a significant power increase. And this battle is insanely hard because this Gallonbaloir is very overpowered, I'd say. His only weakness is fire, so use Hellfire, bring Radiant Edge or Fire Breach. Also sigils, it's the triangle sigil if you want. Personally, I'll be skipping that sigil. But also, you cannot reduce his physical or magical defense. However, you can reduce his physical and magical attack, and actually you have to do that because he hits insanely hard. So you have to reduce that incoming damage, at least if you can. But he gains resistance to physical and magical attack down during the explosive jolts, which is his sigil phase. And also in that sigil phase he has a completely new mechanic, which is react or reactive. So every time a character attacks him in that sigil phase, he counters that. So you get damage when you do damage, and so ideally you have to control your healer to keep your characters alive, because otherwise they will die. So that's why this boss is insanely hard, but I'll set up my team. Alright, I have set up my team. I'll be using Matt as a healer, Glenn will be my support, and Sephiroth will be my fire DPS. On Matt, I'll be using Prime Number for the AoE heals, and that Esper Pierre, mainly because it is basically a Cura Materia single target heal, but it has more potency, but also because it has that magical defense. And that will be very useful because I want Matt to be targeted. Basically, I'll be using him as to sacrifice him because he has most magical defense, so he should be the first one to die. But other than that, I put some HP and heal sub-weapons to boost his stats. Glenn will be my support, and I'll be using Crew Kicker on him because of the HP and fire potency, and that's physical fire damage. So those are just stat sticks. I'll not be using any sigils, and sub-weapons are also stat sticks to boost his physical attack. Also for Sephiroth, I'll be using the Radiant Edge for the fire resistance decrease, and Kuja Blade to reduce his magical and physical attack. Other than that, stat sticks and Hellfire, and I tried to put as much as I could into his HP and the fire potency. On that, all materials are stat sticks, and I'll be just using the weapons for the actual abilities. Right at the very beginning of the battle, here, after 3 ADB, switch to defense because Gallonbaloir does that charge, and you have to go to defense against that because that does a lot of damage. And here I'll start recovering. Yes, now it's electrocute, and it also hits even harder, so you don't really have much time. And here as well. And we should be good. Actually, I switch back to Glenn because I want to use that good vibes a little bit more, because everyone has decreased physical defense and he'll start doing shred. And Sephiroth's Kuja Blade works against physical defense only if Sephiroth is at full health. I am not worried about doing a lot of damage here. There will be second electrocute, so ideally you want to recover in that phase. And unlike me, try, like I did here, try to actually switch to defense when he attacks. However, I'm just trying to recover as much HP here on everyone and prepare for that electrocute. So here I am starting to do the good vibes. And actually I'll do Hellfire, so that's why you don't have to rush through those phases, because you can do the limit break and then you can still recover, because that electrocute will still come anyway. However, I think I interrupted Sephiroth's attack right here to decrease his power, so yeah, I took a lot more damage than I hoped for. And now it's the sigil phase. So ideally I am trying to recover as much as I can before the characters, they'll start attacking. Because with the sigils, yes, the boss has both physical and magical shield, so you don't do as much damage as you normally would. But even with that, that does a lot more damage than just with sigils, because those sigils, I don't think you can actually break them. But also, if you don't break the sigils, the boss will do Jolt. And this attack, it will kill one character, so that's why I put most magical defense on Matt, so he will be targeted, because this Jolt, he targets the character with most HP. And right here I actually do Gigantic Shield, because he will die anyway. Actually I can do all of 3. Oh, I couldn't. It doesn't matter. Matt will die and we'll have enough time to finish the boss. And I'll switch to Sephiroth. Here I could already do the Hellfire and end the battle early, but that's why ideally I would suggest you want to skip the sigils. Yes, here you can just finish him either with Hellfire or just any normal attacks, and it should be fine. And personally I tried both sigils and fire blow or fire weapons, and this is much faster and much safer. Because if you just do sigils, you will not do that much damage. Even second Hellfire will not kill the boss, and then there will be another electrocute or another jolt. So one of your characters will die, so you'll have only one character left standing. So in my opinion, this strat is the most efficient one to finish the boss. So I think that was it, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.